Hi, I'm Guy Spiro, here with the day after the election. I write and record this on November 5th of 2008, the day after the election when the American electorate has once again corrected the course of our nation. This is very good news for the American people and the world at large. The period of regression that began with the Reagan years in the 1980s and reached its peak with inevitable results these past 8 years is over. As I've written many times, the prevailing direction of America and the world is steadily towards increased liberality and enlightenment. Those are two key elements of the nature of the age that we are entering. In the face of what sometimes seems overwhelming blowback in various times and places, amazing strides have been made. And when one steps back and takes a longer view, this is more easily seen. America was born amid the evils of slavery and genocide, which were, in the days of the Revolution, taken for granted in the world at large. While these things are not completely eradicated, they are shadows of what they once were. And with the election of the first African American president, something I did not think that I would likely see in my lifetime, race is no longer the barrier or excuse that it has always been. The sad and tragic legacy of slavery in this country has been irrevocably diminished. But a great deal of work now lies before us. My wise and wonderful wife, Jean, made me laugh out loud this morning when she peered out the front door for a moment and turned to say, "I don't see any unicorns prancing around outside." Well, rainbows and unicorns may not yet be the rule, but we have undeniably turned the corner and once again heed the calling of the Spirit of America. The Spirit of America says that all people are created equal. The Spirit of America supports the free expression of the human spirit. The founding principles of America remain as a beacon to the world, and it is often said that immigrants understand and value those principles more than most of us were born here. That's why they overcome great obstacles to get here. To my friends on the far left, behave. As Barack said last night, we're not going to fix everything the first year, and not even in the first term. Your input is valuable, and your voice is being heard, but patience and compromise, not what you're most known for, are needed. There is a great deal to undo, set right, and initiate. Don't make it harder than it has to be. To Sarah Palin and the rest of the American Taliban, the culture war is over, at least for now. You've had inordinate power in recent times, far greater than your actual numbers have warranted. Go back to your churches and tend to your own souls. Leave the rest of us to find our own ways, which is the American way, not as you have tried to make it. To the moderate Christians and the spiritually progressive, there is no need to sit quietly on the sidelines and let others pretend to speak for you any longer. Let your light shine and add your energy to the great changes now at hand. In a funny sort of way, we kind of owe a debt of gratitude to Bush, Cheney, the neocons, and the religious right cultural warriors, who, believing that they would hold power forever, pushed things so far to the right as to make the present change not only possible, but necessary. Thank you? But the pendulum always swings, and when one side or the other abuses their time in the sun and pushes things too far, the resulting swing is all the more powerful. Do you hear me, far left? We now have the opportunity to not only correct the excesses of the recent dominance of the right, but to build a new coalition out of the middle of society, drawing from both sides of the aisle, utilizing the best and the brightest for the betterment of all. This new administration, I believe, represents the next phase of our cultural and even our human evolution. Again, taking the long view, We've already made phenomenal progress. Now we take it to greater heights. Inclusive, not exclusive. With cooperation, not confrontation. I've been writing for the past few years that this time would bring this opportunity. It is now here. We will make the necessary changes. We will overcome the problems now facing us. We have made the choice for the future. Congratulations, America.